Hey y'all, it's Dream, and it's that time of year to be talking about seeds and ordering seeds. So I thought I would take you along and show you the seeds that I have already ordered and show you the seed hauls from various different companies. First one we're going to talk about is M.I. Gardner. For those of you who are just starting out, who are looking for heirloom seeds and you want to get in with a good company where you can order things from, these seeds cost, well, almost all their seeds cost $2 a package. So let's talk about what seeds I got from M.I. Gardner. I got the Emperor Carrot, and these are in no particular order. Pink Plum, German Chamomile, Red Wethersfield Onion, Utah Yellow Sweet Spanish, and then we got Tokyo Long White Bunching Onions, Genevieve Basil, Italian Large Leaf Basil, this is one of my favorite ones, Grande Rio Verde Tomatilla, Pineapple Tomatilla, also known as a ground cherry, the Corno di Taro Red Pepper, it's an Italian pepper, Keystone Resistant Giant Pepper, Early Jalapeno, National Pickling Cucumber, Marketmore 76, Stonewell Evergreen Corn, which is a white corn, and of course Golden Batten, which is mostly what we grow here in Texas. And then White Vivian Kohlrabi. And then I also have Purple Vivian Kohlrabi. And this is just two of varieties that I got. And I always pronounce this pumpkin wrong. Jaharadale Pumpkin. Now, any of these companies that I talk about will be linked down in the description for you, so you can go and see. And I know a lot of them are running some specials right now. Some of them got some free shipping going on. But if you're looking for heirlooms, inexpensively, $2 a package for those. And I'll also be talking about some other companies that are cheaper. Sorry for my head in the back, turned around. We're going to talk about a company that a lot of people don't know about, and I don't think they order a lot of seeds from. And it's called Jung Seeds. It's spelled J-U-N-G seed.com. And I will link these down in the description. If you've been following along, again, if you're new here, welcome. But if you've been following along, welcome back. And you know that the struggles that we had this past year with extreme infestations from spider mites to tomato worms. Let's see, we had these funky green, like a web worm, that they didn't form webs in the tree. They were dropping straight from the tree. And if you saw my year-end review, if you didn't, I'll link it down in the description. But there is one, and I believe it's in either June or July, where there's a picture and it looks like silk is hanging from, what is Joey's, jungle gym? It looks like silk hanging from the jungle gym, and that was our entire backyard. You couldn't walk through the backyard without walking through these worms. It was disgusting. So this company has a lot of disease resistant and hybrids. Now, most people only grow heirloom tomato seeds, but I am of the thought process that we should always try something to see what grows best for us in our own areas. For those of you who are new, my last expected frost date is March 21st, and I am in, for those of you who want to know, I'm in zone 8A, which really isn't the most important thing when you're starting seeds. You should be worried about when your last frost date is, and then you want to count back, depending on the seeds, you want to count back 8 to 12 weeks back from that, and that's when you want to start your seeds. So that's just my little tip. So let's talk about some of the seeds that I got. I got a lot from here. I got the Beefmaster Hybrid tomato. I also got what's called the 42 days tomato, and they are ready in 42 days once you put them in the ground. I have Martino's Roma. Probably gonna say this wrong. I'm gonna call it Ulpica tomato. Ultimate Opener Hybrid. Now I chose all of these because in their description it talks about them being disease resistant or heat tolerant. Aunt Molly, excuse me, Aunt Molly's Fish Gold Slicer. And this is something that I'm really excited about. This is a hybrid. It is a pumpkin. And if I can find a picture, I'll put it up on the screen for you guys. But if I can't, just look for it. It's called the Dark Knight Hybrid Pumpkin, and it is a black pumpkin. Then for watermelons, we have Summer Sweet. It is the 5234 Plus Hybrid, seedless. We also have the Solitaire Hybrid and the Yellow Buttercup Hybrid. And then, of course, they gave me a free packet, and this is how often I order Cosmos from them. And it's a trial packet of Cosmos that they sent me. And then I did order 2 sunflowers from them. This one's called a Cherry Rose Hybrid, and the other one is Ruby Moon Hybrid. Again, I will link them down in the description. And if you all are ordering seeds, let me know about it. What did you order? When do you plan starting those seeds? Let's talk about it down in the comments. So let's talk about the next company that I know that you all know. Now, I order from this company. I don't order a lot from this company because they are, in my opinion, when you only get 10 seeds for $5, it's a little bit expensive. And if you're just starting out as a gardener, this may not be your avenue, but great heirloom seeds. Some of them have been hit and miss. Last year I had a couple of seeds that, which was my bee balm, and I ordered from them again and they never grew. No sprouting, no nothing. But on the flip side of that, I had a lot of other ones that germinated. So we're going to go over, I'm sure you know who they are. It's from Baker Creek Heirloom, or rareseeds.com. So we're going to go over what I bought from them. Let's talk about the different flowers and some other unique things that I bought for my chickens. So calendula, this is called the Playtime Mix. And then I got the Orange Hawaiian Marigold. And then I ordered these 2, so I'm really excited and I hope that they grow. These are for my chicken, my girls. This is Italico Rosso Dandelion and the French Dandelion. And that's for my birds to help. Sorry, that's for my birds to help them with immunity and help keep them healthy. Now, one of the tomatoes that I grew last year that I had great success from this company, so I ordered another. Now, you don't get very many seeds for $5. It's like $4.39 or $4.50 for this package. But for those of you who have small spaces, say you just have a little patio, but you want to grow fresh tomatoes, these are the tomatoes I would tell you to go after. They're small, they're compacted, and they grow well in containers. And it is the Tomato Orange Hat. Sorry about that. I had to stop for a minute and change out my battery. So back to what we were talking about. If you're in a small space, you have a patio or a window that has a sunny spot, these little tiny tomatoes can be grown in small containers, and they are excellent for that. And again, these are from Baker Creek. So this is the Tomato Orange Hat. You can see that tiny little container, and it will grow in that. If you've been following me, you would have seen them during the tours. They were all up at the top of the green stalks. Now, this is a new one for me, and I don't know if it'll grow in a container because I've never grown it before. I don't know a lot about it, but it's called the Tomato Spoon. But look how tiny those are. And of course, this is a different variety, a bigger variety of the kohlrabi, and Delicacy White is the name of that one. And then this one's called the Early Purple Vivian. And then another artichoke, Violet de Provence. Or Violet de Provence. And then these are little lettuces that I am going to try and grow in my green stalks once I get them going. But they are called lettuce Tom Thumb. Look how tiny those little lettuce heads. I think those would be really cute, and not, well, cute, yes, but really good little snacks that you can hang from your chicken coops to give to your chickens. This one's called the tennis ball. It's just a little bit bigger, the size of a tennis ball. Lettuce. And then this I grow just because well, it's beautiful, and this one was their free seed. I was gonna buy this, but I had chose not to, and then I got it as a free seed. So, you know, sometimes things just work out. It's called lettuce Merlot. And then finally, like I said before, excuse me, finally, like I said before, I had bought bee balm from them last year, and none of those seeds germinated. So I am gonna try them again and see if I can get them to germinate. But that's what bee balm looks like. These are for the pollinators in my garden. And then we have white borage or barrage. It's tomato. And this I bought because, well, I love columbine to begin with, but this is such a pretty columbine. It's called the Leprechaun Gold, but it's purple. How pretty is that? And then this is my first time to grow this type of celery. It's called the Chinese pink celery. And then finally, I think it's Datel pepper, and this was a free one. I've never grown it before. I'll have to look into it. I'm not sure if it's hot or not. And all these seeds, I know I'm going through everything pretty fast, but this is just about the seed haul. In the next video that will come out next week after this one is all about the garden plan, what we're going to be planting in the garden, and the announcement that we have been waiting to do for a while. So let's get to our final seed haul. Okay, this is my final seed haul and final company. Now, if you have been following along with me for a while, you know that this is one of the companies that I highly recommend for new gardeners, and that's just because it comes with a lot of information. A lot of new gardeners are excited and they want to run out and they want to start buying seeds. And yes, those seed packets give you some information, but it's kind of it's not really detailed information. It's more of a guideline information, and these two are more of guidelines, but they go into a little more in depth, and that is botanical interest. Now, these seeds are not the cheapest of seeds, so I always tell everybody to get on their newsletter, get on their mailing list, and that way when they start having all of these sales, like right now they're running a sale, if you spend $50 you get free shipping, which is really good because sometimes with some of these companies your shipping can sometimes even be more than your seeds are, and that can be a little costly, and that will put some people off who might be looking to get these seeds. But a lot of nurseries carry these seeds, especially local nurseries carry them. So we're gonna run through these really fast because this is my biggest one of all of them. Some of these are new to me, some of them are not. And this one is new. It's a Thai hot chili pepper. This is called the Chili Padron, and it is exclusive to Botanical Interest. And if I remember right, this was a sweet pepper, not a hot pepper. This is the pineapple ground cherry. I got another one of those from a different company just in case, you know, they don't bloom. This is one of my favorite tomatoes. It's the Tomato Pole Golden Jubilee. This is another one of the patio tomatoes, and so this is new to me, and I always try something new because I do have a lot of friends who have small terraces and they have small patios, or they live in a smaller house and they don't have a lot of space. They want to grow things, but you know, they don't have like even a small garden box. They just have a pot to grow in. So I'm going to try this one, and it's called the Tomato Bush Patio Choice Yellow Cherry. Here's another one. They've actually showing it in a hanging basket, and this one is the Tomato Cherry Falls. And of course, everybody knows I love my Italian Romas. And I did get some more bunching onions because when I ordered them from the other company, they didn't have, it's like I tried to order two and they wouldn't let me order two, so I got some more of the Tokyo Longs. These are the white Lisbon. Lisbon. These are the Italian red Florence of Florence. Another purple Vivian, just because I love that one. This is a new green bean for me. It's called the French Fillet. And then of course, you know, I love calendula. I grew calendula for the first time last year. I've always grown marigolds, which calendula is in the marigold family. It technically is a marigold. It's just a different variety. But these ones grow better in the cooler temperatures. So those of you who are looking for flowers, or maybe, you know, because marigolds grow well in the heat, or French marigolds, what is it, Cracker Jack marigolds. There's all different kinds of marigolds, but most of those grow here in Texas, will grow through the summer and deal with the heat well, as where these type of calendula marigolds, they don't. They do better in the cooler weather. Mine just started thriving, and of course, you know, December we hit all this weather. But this is called Zeolites, and it's kind of a pinky apricot purpley color. I'm growing yarrow. I'm starting a different variety of yarrow, and I wanted to try this variety because it says it blooms in all different colors, and it's called the Colorado Blend. Okay, here's a marigold. This is called the Marigold Silent Gem Blend. This is a new one for me. Okay, so Kilimanjaro White marigolds was the first time I ever grew them last year. Last year, the only place I could find them was over at Baker Creek, but this year I found them at Botanical Interest. And I love these. They got big flowers. Hyssop or Hyssop, tomato pollinators. And then I also got anise hyssop for pollinators. And I got a kind of, it's called the Pacific Beauty Blend of calendula. It's the orange and yellow. I think last year most of mine were yellow though. They didn't come in any other color. Okay, so here's one of the announcements. If you've made it this far through the video, here's one of the announcements. I am going for my certification in pollinator ambassador. That's what it's called. And so one of the things that I have always done here, I've always made sure that I've had plenty of flowers and plenty of native plants for our local bees, our local butterflies, and I actually have an entire section of my garden that I allow those butterfly caterpillars and the larvae just to eat away at their heart's content until they become butterflies. Because when they come back as butterflies, even though they're destructive as babies and larvae and caterpillar, they are very beneficial to your garden as butterflies and moths. So we have several different milkweeds. Only one of them is the tropical one. The Irresistible Blend. Then we have the common milkweed, which is local here, native to Texas. And then this one is also native here, but people associate it with the tropical one because it does look like that, but it's not. But it is just called milkweed butterfly flower. And then I'm trying something new. Not necessarily to grow it to make bread, but I love the color of it, and I'm really thinking that as I come into fall, you know, when it's time to start cutting your wheat and everything, I really think this is going to be a beautiful accent in the garden. And it is called, I'm probably going to mess it up, Yetrick Blue Wheat. And I absolutely love it. And of course they sent me, because I love sunflowers, they sent me a free sunflower. So that was my botanical interest seed haul. In the description below, I'm also going to put some links for those of you who are just starting out and you might be on a tight budget. There are seeds that you can get that are a lot less inexpensive than this. And My Gardener, if you're looking for heirloom seeds only, or most of theirs are $2 a packet. They do have some that are a little over $2 and some that are a little over $3, but predominantly almost all their seeds are $2 a packet. And I believe if you order a certain amount, you get free shipping, but I could be wrong. You'll have to look at the website, but I will put their website in the description below. I will also put Botanical Interests, I will put Baker Creek, and I will put Young Seeds down there. For those of you who are new and who are starting out with seeds, please don't shy away from Dollar Tree, Walmart. You can get seeds at those places. Like at Walmart, you can get 5 packets of seeds for $1. At Dollar Tree, you can get 4 packets of seeds for $1. And then another one I'm going to put down in the description who I just learned about yesterday, and that is called dollarseeds.com, and they have heirloom seeds, they have hybrids. I don't remember if they had hybrid seeds, but they definitely had a lot of heirloom seeds that you can buy for them. You get a little, you know, just a little, like look at a little jewelry Ziploc bag, and it's got some seeds in it. Excuse me. And then of course Dollar Tree should have their stuff out here pretty soon, and you can get 4 packets. And I'm going to be very honest and blunt with you guys. When it comes to germination, Dollar Tree cannot be beat. I'm sorry, but they can't. And I know there's probably some people watching this that just stunned you right now. But when it came to germination over the last, let's see, I've been using them probably 4 years now. It's almost 100% every time for germination, where some of these bigger companies, sometimes I don't get anything. So in the next video, we're going to go over garden plan, and we are going to talk about what I'm going to be growing, when I'm starting those seeds, and we'll do a little demonstration on how to start your seeds. Not everybody does it the way I do, and that's perfectly fine. I'm going to show you the way I do it, the way that works for me. And again, it's just like anything else in life. You have to find what works for you. You just take a couple of guidelines that all of us give you, and you find what works for you personally. Till I see you in the next video, you all take care of yourself, and no matter how you do it, please keep growing. Bye-bye, y'all.